gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice, are the most powerful forces of good ever assembled. Superman, Batman and Robin, Wonder Woman, Aquaman,
and Meg.
Dedicated to truth, justice, and peace for all mankind.
So first, let's start with Man of Tomorrow, or should I say Superman Man of Tomorrow. I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to talk about the filming, because we've known the filming to be April, but then a Variety article comes out titled, headlined inside Warner Brothers Discovery, mood among many staffers shifts in favor of Netflix sale versus Paramount. And this is the thing. I feel like a lot of the time you have people out there and various news pages recycle information that is said in an article by the writer of the article that might very well just be something that isn't like the gospel truth. It can sometimes be just the opinion of the writer. Either way, because they're a major trade especially, it gets kind of put out there as like the ironclad truth. So initially with the Man of Tomorrow stuff, as they talk about here with the whole Netflix Paramount thing, as for James Gunn and Peter Safran, the heads of DC Studios, their jobs seem more secure with production about to start in a few weeks on Superman Man of Tomorrow. A few weeks, it's kind of like, wait, what? You know, we're like on February 20th right now, but a few weeks would be like March. That's way earlier than what we were thinking. So, lo and behold, your boy James Gunn comes out on social media and he's asked, is it true that Man of Tomorrow starts filming in a few weeks? And he says, by a strict definition of few, no, which perfectly makes sense to, we're looking at the April-ish date. We've known for a long time it would be April, but I think this still got brought up in people's minds in other ways, because one thing that's kind of true, albeit it could happen any day now, maybe even as I'm posting this video, knowing my luck, is that we haven't really heard much beyond the Brainiac casting of what's happening with Man of Tomorrow and new characters. We had heard from Nexus Point News here, exclusive DC Studios Man of Tomorrow to introduce Maxima, and that is off the back of the long, winding casting description of that female warrior character that, you know, for a while people were thinking could maybe be Wonder Woman, but Nexus Point News and other places are indeed claiming it's Maxima. But we still haven't heard about it. I would still argue that obviously now we know it's kind of still April. On the larger casting side, we could still hear about this being announced, but at the same time, it's not like Gunn hasn't ever done characters and cast actors as kind of reasonably big characters and kept it under wrap. But long story short, with debunked story number 1, Man of Tomorrow is still filming roughly April time. We don't have a precise date, but Gunn is in the thick of it.
James Gunn is one step closer to introducing Maxima to the DC universe. Sources tell The Hollywood Reporter that Adria Arjona, Eva De Dominici, Sydney Chandler, and Grace Van Patten have emerged as the 4 finalists for the role in Man of Tomorrow, Gunn's upcoming Superman sequel. The actresses reportedly tested this week in Atlanta, where Gunn is currently in pre-production for the film. DC Studios has declined to comment. Earlier in the day, Gunn took to social media to push back on a Deadline report that listed a different group of actresses said to be in contention. Maxima is an alien queen first introduced in Action Comics number 645 in 1989 by writer Roger Stern and artist George Pérez. She has historically been both a formidable antagonist and a potential love interest for Superman. David Corenswet will reprise his role as the Man of Steel in Man of Tomorrow, which will see Superman teaming up with Nicholas Hoult's Lex Luthor to face off against Brainiac, played by Lars Eidinger. The film will also feature Aaron Pierre, along with returning cast members Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen, Sarah Sampaio, Isabella Merced, Nathan Fillion, and Eddie Gathegi. Gunn penned the script for Man of Tomorrow, which is set to hit theaters July 9th in 2027. The film follows the success of Superman, which launched the new DC Studios era under Gunn and Peter Safran and grossed more than $618 million worldwide. Up next for the studio is Supergirl, arriving in June with Corenswet expected to make a small appearance. As for the finalists, Arjona is known for Andor and Hitman and previously appeared in the Gunn-produced The Belko Experiment. De Dominici starred in The Cleaning Lady and appears in the upcoming comedy Balls Up. Chandler broke out in FX's Alien Earth, while Van Patten recently led Hulu's Tell Me Lies and portrays Amanda Knox in The Twisted Tale of Amanda Knox. No official casting decision has been announced. For more updates on the story, be sure to head over to thehollywoodreporter.com. This is The Hollywood Reporter News.
Egghead News! Hey everybody, it's Spivey4994 with another update from Egghead News. Ha-cha-cha-cha! Hey kids, we are so happy to bring you this update on Superman, the Man of Tomorrow. It's been few and far between we heard any news from James Gunn's latest project. You see, I said latest, I didn't mention Supergirl because Supergirl is going to come out in a couple of weeks, basically. But anyway, okay heads, this is the part that I like. Besides Paramount taking over Warner Brothers somewhere down the line in a year, after they get past governmental approval, blah, 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 etc., etc. Anyway, there have been 4, that's right, count them, 4 actresses who are basically auditioning for the role of Maxima in the Superman Man of Tomorrow sequel. The problem with this is, this Maxima character came out of nowhere. Is it really a Wonder Woman audition? Hey, you didn't hear it from me, but this was different in some sort of way. And needless to say, the internet has already responded on who they think should play Maxima. I'm sorry, boys and girls. This seems like some type of trick or treat. I hope it's a treat. I really do hope it's Wonder Woman. Not jumping the gun, but really, Maxima? You would have to introduce a whole new story arc. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm thinking that maybe it's a dodge. Maybe it's to keep the security of the character under wraps. Hey, tell us what you think in the usual spaces. 4 actresses auditioning. Maxima entering Superman Man of Tomorrow. Is it true or is it something else? Let us know. And as we say around here, until then, see ya!